Taken here to Stroger Hospital, and it's here where we're awaiting a briefing by Chicago police. And just a minute ago or so, the spokesperson for the police department giving us some pretty sobering news that as many as 14 people may have been hit by gunfire at that scene on the west side. The shooting happening within the hour near Polk in California.
Another horrible, horrible report. As many as now they said 14, but it's 15 because one person running um, from the scene of the crime or running, trying to get away, was hit by a car. So 15 people have been injured in a mass shooting in Chicago that nobody is seeming to be talking about. Unfortunately, Black lives have to matter to us. I hope everyone, they haven't reported so far, no one has died, thank God. But reports are showing that 15 people. Here's another report. Not it. Jeez. Okay, so let me find it. I just had it, but 15 people have been reported as being injured in Garfield Park in Chicago, Illinois. They were gathered at a vigil. Sorry, my sound. I didn't know I was on mute. 15 people reported injured in Garfield Park. Apparently, a dark colored sedan car pulls up to a visual and decides to just let loose. My condolences go out to the people who were injured. That's a scary thing. And the mass shooting that they are deciding not to report on, I guess I have no clue why this is not nationwide news, why this is not being spoke about widespread, why everyone and anyone isn't talking about it, because it's crazy. At a park or at the corner of, they say something California, and you know what?
Time out of Chicago, at least 13 people were shot overnight in a mass shooting on the city's west side. Police say three children, including a 3-year-old, are among those injured in that shooting. A 14th person was also injured after they were hit by a car at the scene. Police say the incident was a drive-by shooting that began and ended in about 3 seconds, with at least two shooters apparently firing randomly into a crowd. So
So no motive, no intended target apparently, um, no idea why people were just randomly shot. And even the person who was hit by the car, it's a scary, scary, scary thing. And the fact of the matter, to me, this is crazy that I heard about it briefly somewhere, by word of mouth. This is something that should have been reported on, because it seems like it's trying to be put on hush. And I don't care where it is, Chicago, Chirac, whatever. This is something that people should be reporting on. They report on it, mass shootings anywhere else. They report on mass shootings. I'm gonna leave that part alone. But this is something, and it's scary to me, because mass shootings was something that started to become normal to people, and people are starting to just look at it as this is a day to day thing. And it's crazy because I always think back to when I was growing up. We had like Columbine and the Boston bomber and stuff like that. The marathon, Boston Marathon bomber or whatever. And then you think, and you had like 9/11, but mass things didn't happen um, around the clock. And it wasn't something that we just looked at and it was okay. People were actually devastated. People were actually, in an uproar about these things. But here it is again, another senseless shooting, and where the youngest person is 3 years old. I wouldn't be able to imagine where I will be thinking about my 3-year-old son being out there somewhere. Oh, God, it's just, I don't know. It's just hard. I don't know why this is so heavy on my spirit, but it's heavy. And I have, family out there that I haven't been able to get in touch with. But anyway, that's another story. I'm just praying for the families of those who were there, those, you know, who know the people, or it's a crazy, crazy thing to think there's a mass shooting. Nobody's reporting on it. It seems like nobody cares.
15 people injured in a drive-by shooting in Garfield Park.
Glenn joins us live from Stroger Hospital with the details. Glenn?
Hey, good morning, guys. Now, it was just 3 seconds. That's what police are saying, where a group of mourners at a corner on the west side turned into victims of gun violence last night. And like you said, Dan, the youngest victim, 3 years old. Take a look at this video that we have from the scene. You can see that huge police presence there as police were there investigating this at the corner of Polk in California after that drive-by shooting took place a little before 9:30 last night in the Garfield Park neighborhood. Police are saying a group of people were standing at the corner. That's an individual for someone who died of natural causes. Police believe two people inside of a dark-colored SUV drove by, firing shots, then leaving, headed southbound on California. In total, 14 people were shot. The youngest, a 3-year-old boy, was taken here to Stroger Hospital in serious condition after he was shot in both legs. An 11-year-old girl was taken to Mount Sinai in serious condition after she was also shot in the leg. A 13-year-old boy is here at Stroger Hospital in serious condition after he was shot in the torso and leg. And the oldest victim, a 56-year-old woman, she was shot in the torso. Now, another victim was hit by a vehicle while trying to run away from this gunfire. Police did say their initial investigation doesn't show the victims were the intended targets. There was a vigil that we understand that was being, the balloon release was happening, but there may have also been others gathered for other various reasons. It's a very common corner to be where people congregate.
It's an unfortunate situation to find a 3-year-old and some young people being shot in this particular case. It's heartbreaking to people go out to, memorialize someone and ultimately become victims.
Police did say this shooting was caught on camera, but so far no one's in custody. There is a $15,000 reward for information that can lead to an arrest as well as a conviction. But again, 14 people were shot last night. One person was hit by a car after a drive-by shooting took place on the west side. For now, we're live at Stroger Hospital in Glenn Marshall, WGN News.
And I don't know why it's so heavy on me, because I continue to see our own
There are
people.
growing concerns over the number of shootings impacting children and teens.
Our people are responsible, although we do not have any proof. I feel it. I feel like our own are responsible, because for some reason, Black lives only matter when it's not a Black life taking. When will Black lives matter to Black lives? Until it matters to us, it won't matter to anyone else. And that's the biggest picture of all. We're going to continue to show them how much Black lives matter just by showing them how much they don't. A senseless shooting. Thank God there's no reports of death yet. But we're still holding on, still waiting for more reports. This is fairly new. It happened Halloween night at 9 o'clock or something like that. Garfield Park, Chicago, Illinois. And for some reason, they feel like this is not serious enough to report. They're putting it It's just on the hush. It's just around Chicago. And I heard of it from word of mouth from family and friends there. And I am praying for the family, but I just think we should feel more about ourselves. But I mean, I feel, I see it, it's just progressing. It's not going to get any better until we start to stand up for each other and we start to hold each other accountable, because just like even with the Offset thing, so many people were there recording and nobody knows what happened. Really? Come on now. Anyway, no arrests, and I understand it's supposed to be friendly fire, but there's no accidents when you pull and you brandish your weapon. That's on you. I'm sorry. I'm not even gonna get into that. But back to what we're talking about. 15 people injured in Chicago, Illinois, from and it's just being clouded. I feel like it's not enough information out. It's not enough things I'm not hearing. I'm not finding out enough, but I guess it's fairly new. I just feel like even like what's that movie Django when they had the Mandingo fights? We're still in that mentality. It's you or me, fight to the death. We were introduced to fight against each other, turn against each other. You aren't my brother. You aren't my people. Your skin, I hate your skin, even though it's my same skin. So I'm going to get you before you get me. We're not in those times. We all have to figure out how to come and figure out who we are as a people. Every time we get close to finding out who we are as a people and standing up for ourselves, coming together, love, not hate, love, not war. Here goes somebody trying to tear us back down. And our mentality is so horrible. I hate it. I really do. Because that's just the way it is. It just keeps getting worse and worse. And then they introduced and gave us more weapons. Oh my God, what a playground. More things to fight with. Nobody uses their hands anymore. Nobody has, and this is supposedly not even the intended target. It's probably someone thinking they saw somebody they knew or some gang memorial or something. They were gathered to memorialize a person who died from natural causes. So so now we just killing people at a memorial. It wasn't a gang shooting. It wasn't a whatever. It was a natural cause. I almost pray when they find the shooters that they're not of our own hue, but I'm sure they will be. I just pray for the families. I pray for the friends. I pray for the city. I hope more information comes out. If you have any tips, something like CPD tips or something like that, and they're giving out a cash reward. So I just wanted to come real quick, speak on it a little bit, give you a little bit of knowledge. If you want to hear more, it's all over Chicago, but that's it. I haven't heard it in CNN and all that, but maybe I'm late. I haven't looked. It wasn't on there this morning. Yeah, have a good day. Have a blessed day. Stay safe. Stay out the parks. I don't know. Stay out the stores. Stay out the parks. Stay out the movie. They're going everywhere. Stay home from school. God, everything, because nowhere ain't safe no more. All right, y'all. Bye.